Good morning, Jamaica. Good morning, world. It is day number 20 in the month of April 2022. My name is Richie B.
Blessings, Bridge Nation. You know, this is your boy Shellz.
Morning, Bridge Nation. It's the girl Queen JoJo.
Good morning, Bridge Nation. DJ Audio here.
And we're here to welcome you officially to Up and Go for today. Middle of the week.
Yep.
We all know what they say about that. And whatever humps there are, we hope to get over them.
That's right.
And be on to having a good rest of the week. How's everybody doing today? Lots of rain yesterday. Hopefully we weren't affected as bad as Montego Bay was.
Yeah,
No.
it's crazy.
Yeah, they have.
Crazy.
One family is mourning the loss of a beautiful little girl.
Oh, no.
Actually, a friend of mine from Montego Bay sent me a photograph, and it really is sad in that incident where she was washed away. I think another member of the family.
Our grandmother.
Yeah. You also saw the rescue. Did you see the rescue of a gentleman down there?
Yeah,
Near Westgate, I think it was. It's something to behold.
Yeah, man,
I think it might be some firemen who was actually pulling this individual from some raging waters.
Wow.
He's right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and you can see him there
Yes,
now.
I can see the
And
top of it.
moments from that, he was actually pulled out, I suspect, by some firemen or some rescuers. But we want to salute them as well.
Yes.
On a very, very good job that was done. You can see it a little bit more clear than our Shellz and Jody. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man. God is good, isn't he?
Yes,
All the
he
time.
is.
All right, so we're here to take care of you. This is Up and Go. You're on the Bridge 99 FM. Good morning, world. Good morning, Bridge Nation here in Jamaica and around the world. Let's get it started like this. We're moving on quickly now into our next feature, which happens to be
Hey, WTF.
WTF. That's
What's
where we at.
the fact?
What the fact, ladies and gentlemen? Here's a fact that we want to share with you, and it has to do with the guinea pig. It's illegal to own one guinea pig in Switzerland.
Look at that.
This is a fact. At first, it may sound like one of the silliest laws ever. In Switzerland, you're not allowed to own just one guinea pig or parrot for that matter. The reason for this is that they're social species and they are considered victims of abuse if they aren't able to regularly interact with others of their own species. If you're an animal person, you love Switzerland. In recent years, they passed quite a few what they call pet-friendly laws, which I hope will be implemented in many other places around the world for that matter. Dogs, for instance, dog owners must take a course that teaches them how to take care of their dogs, care for their needs, and deal with several behavioral situations. Anglers are in the picture as well. We're talking about fishermen, and they are required to take a course on humane fishing. It doesn't stop there. Perhaps the most heartwarming Swiss law is about guinea pigs. You're not allowed in Switzerland to have just one because they need social interaction to be happy. So owning a single guinea pig is considered harmful to its well-being, and it is in fact forbidden by law. They need social interaction to feel good. So owning a single guinea pig is considered harmful to its well-being, and it is forbidden by law in Switzerland.
Boy, and just when you thought it could get any more interesting, listen to that one, Matchmaking for guinea pigs. That's right. So guinea pigs are quite curious and inquisitive in nature, but they are timid explorers. They get very attached to their owners and partners. If something does happen to their partner, then owners need to find another one, and that's not easy for humans as well as guinea pigs. This is why Swiss animal lover Priska Kong runs a kind of matchmaking agency for lonely guinea pigs. So guinea pig have Tinder too. Look at that.
Oh my goodness.
Guinea pig Tinder. I like it.
Yeah, this is a fact, ladies and gentlemen. As strange as it sounds, it is a fact. That was WTF.
What the fact?
Time for update.
Yes, sir.
Okay, morning, guys. So, all right. So the first update this morning is Nicki Minaj endorses Skeng's song "Street cred. So Nikki has always been upfront about her love for trap dancehall. The rapper's latest endorsement of the new sound coming out of Jamaica involves a 27-second clip of her lip syncing to Skank's Street Cred song, and she was doing a very good job, and she posted it. And you know, Nikki loved dancehall music, so whether it be trap or any other dancehall, she's very much into it. So she was there, you know, giving him a little forward, which is nice because she has also done that for Pampute.
Yeah,
so,
yes, that's true.
Skilly as well.
And Skilly, so she's always listening to those tracks and playing it on her platform. So that's
That's
a
good
good
endorsement.
look.
Good endorsement. Yeah.
Trap
That's
dancehall, eh?
Yeah. Was she delivering the lyrics like they're delivered?
Well,
She seemed to have been.
she was lip syncing it.
Okay,
So I
yeah,
think
yeah.
she'd get the same kind of energy. You know, she'd have been cute Nicki Minaj with her hair and everything.
Okay.
Well, big up, Skip.
Street got a bad man tune
A
still.
bad
that's what I
man
wonder.
tune, I was like, but
Hey.
she had a caption there which say bad man that sweet me. So I better do.
And we don't know say a
Better
bad man. A bad man Nikki loves. So there you go.
So we're like, okay, Nikki.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of a general, another, we can't say a bad man in our music business still. Yes. The warlord Bounty Killer says, listen this. He's excited to see Usain Bolt in music. So Bounty Killer says he's in full support of Usain Bolt's foray into music production and is willing to be a part of any project that the Springed Kingpin, now dancehall music producer, has in the making. Bounty went on to say this: well, Usain is my brethren and is a fan of mine, and he's getting into the music. So who to tell? And then he's working with Dave Kelly, one of my legendary. So who to tell? I am willing to be a part of any project he is putting out because I am a supporter of him. And I like the fact that he is supporting music. So I am excited to see him in music. As we all know, Bounty extensively promoted Usain's Country Youth album on his Instagram page last year. And he wasn't shy in telling interviewers how he felt about supporting Usain. And he went on to say this: a lot of people try to bash him and all that. But why are you going to bash him? He's a music lover. He's a music guy. I met Usain as a young sprinter when he was just coming up at the Asylum, the nightclub. That was where we became familiar with each other in parties. And he was always on the dance floor doing the dances. So that's why you always seen him doing the dance them. That's him naturally. So yeah, Bounty supporting Usain.
Okay.
Bounty sees Usain as a good ambassador for the music. So from one ambassador to the next,
Yeah.
who knows?
I wouldn't be surprised if they've already cooked up something in the
Right?
That's true.
And
studio
just
already.
drop that.
That's true.
Yeah. Shall we just bring something in on Beanie Man then? Since
Why not?
Yeah, Beanie Man, Zaga.
Zao.
Yeah, he's actually now saying that his album Simmer,
Oh.
which is, shall we say, long awaited, because it's since 2006 that Beanie Man last put out an album.
What?
That was undisputed. Songs like Heart Attack and Chaka Dance were on that big album. And he recently, I suspect maybe last year, we started hearing word that he's coming out with an album soon. I suspect the COVID situation might have impacted that the release. So now he's saying that the album is pretty much ready and will be coming out soon. He has some confirmed guests like Bounty Killer himself, Shaggy, Sean Paul, also Popcorn. All differences set aside. Dre Island is going to be on it, Dexter Daps, and Major Lazer.
Nice.
So those are some big names to be supporting Beanie Man's project. Look out for it sometime soon. Simmer. Do you think Simmer might see the light of day before King of Kingston? We don't know.
That's
Bounty,
interesting.
that make sure of that.
And the other
Yeah,
thing
I
is,
hope
do you
so.
think both of them will be released around about the same time?
That would be
and
nice.
Will be out there
That would be
competing with
nice.
each other.
I would like that to happen.
Yeah.
I think that would be good for the music.
You think so?
Yeah, that
That
would be good
for the music.
for
So I don't see why
music.
not.
So you see both of them doing well if that should be the case.
Yeah, man. I think that they would do well and
Yeah.
they would be well received.
And Diamond Dan can drop something too. Shaggy. So why not? Let's have
He
fun.
is planning to,
Yeah, so
but we
let's-
don't know when because he has 2 albums that he
Right.
plans to put
So see
out.
that?
Shaggy, so
Shana come with something too. So, hey.
Yeah,
and
it's,
Sean
it's already happening in the female.
Yes,
category.
so
Shensia and Coffee.
and
Yeah.
Coffee.
By the way, Coffee did an excellent job, it seems, at the Coachella
Yeah, man, they
festival.
I know
loved
me get
her.
to see
That
it.
was fantastic.
Love
I'm
her
hearing it though. I'm hearing
YouTube.
good stuff.
Yeah,
It's a
man.
YouTube.
Yeah, man. I saw I saw a snippet of her performance of Pull Up, and and the entire audience. Remember that this audience can go up in the region of 90,000 people.
Man, over
Yep.
100,000.
And she held it down like a G.
Like
It is
a
right.
G, man. And she was
Yeah.
so calm and humble. That's
Oh,
what,
yeah.
that's something about coffee. Coffee's like, okay, so it's a couple 100,000 people. Oh well, I'ma just perform.
Just there for the music.
I've been
Oh,
doing
music?
this from 1901.
No, well,
Yeah.
you know.
From the idea, I need.
Something happened in one of the snippets that I saw, though, where she kind of jokingly said to her, either her band or her selector, sorry, my bad. Let us start that song again. I need to rewatch it to see exactly what might have happened. But the audience loved it because it's a song they were already singing along to.
Yeah.
But something happened and she said, all right, let's just, my bad. Let's start it again. And it's not like a regular pull-up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
one of them Jamaican pull up there.
Yeah.
Big up.
Stuff happens on stage, though, you know.
Yes, I have to keep it
Shaka
going.
Demus and Plies, it is said they went down to Africa, and one of them had real challenges in terms of the stage being a little shaky and rickety.
Oh, Lord.
And he's out there doing his DJ, but they're thinking that he's just performing while it's really nerves. He's kind of wondering if the stage is going to disappear. Oh boy, he covered it well.
Big up.
Those are the stories inside of Update. Time for us to get on with it and move right into our proverb of the day.
That's right. And I'm reading it this morning, guys.
Alright.
So it said, before dog go without supper, him nyam cockroach. That's what it
I
says.
see that clearly. Before dog go without supper,
Him
yam
nyam
cockroach.
Well, as an owner of purebred bred mongrels, I can attest to that. Yeah, man, that's true, man.
They eat cockroach. Ew.
Hey.
My girls throw them. Like,
Well.
they take them up and they just throw them
Hey.
on the other side.
Hey, my dog, them vicious. Anything when I walk gonna look like
My
them.
God.
What the dogs are doing is to make sure they make do with what is available.
Yeah,
That's
so
all that they're doing.
right. So
Yeah.
the meaning is make do with what is available
Yeah.
to you.
Oh, some of dog them might try to teach me something.
They,
Clearly.
they know that normally they'll be getting their turn corn meal with some bits of meat and so on. No?
No, what happened is that because my brother-in-law is a soldier, so whatever is not ate over there at camp, well, not camp, Coast Guard,
Yeah.
they get it.
Okay.
And I tell you, they don't eat. If you do try to do cornmeal, you have to season that like say, because they know they will
they have
smell it
developed a very high
and
taste.
walk away from it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So you can't throw down all 2 pieces of crackers
No,
and get them dog.
they
Sorry.
look up at you, you know. I see my dog do that already. Like I throw something. She look up at me and then she walk away. I was like, that's disrespectful. Like what?
Oh.
All right.
Big up
So that was the
Before-
proverb of the day.
Before dog go without supper, him
Yeah,
name
cockroach.
cockroach. It means make do with what is available to you.
Right.
You might want to try that today.
Right. So our
Right, my
pet,
dogs?
please do not eat the cockroach. Well, it all depends where
Unless
you're from.
you're-
you know,
It's a
that's
delicacy. in
Unless
some
you're a
places.
mongrel.
Yeah.
See there? Uh-oh.
We're gonna head into pet peeves. All right, so if you're just joining us for the first time here, pet peeves are things that others do that you might find irritating, annoying, or even upsetting.
Oh, Lord.
Pet peeve is a little bit different this morning, guys. So I asked for pet peeves and everybody just started to type. I was like, I said voice note here.
Okay.
But I just share some. So one person said, excuse me, my pet peeve is people touching my hair. Yeah, that should be a pet peeve for anybody.
When it
And
just do? Or-
no,
oh, in
just
general.
overall.
Okay.
And, you know, black women are really like, because we do our hair, you know, it's natural. You can't just put it. We have superstitions about you putting your hand in our hair.
Oh.
We might drop out. We don't trust you. We don't know your vibe. or setup.
Okay.
Yeah. And somebody else said, my pet peeve is broke life. So,
Preach.
well, I don't know. That should be everybody here in
rich.
Jamaica. Real rich reset, Tanto vibe. Is that your pet peeve?
Yeah.
That's everybody's pet peeve. And another person said, before we go, mess and noise. And she sent emoji covering her face.
Oh.
okay.
holding her head. So she's like, mess and noise is my pet peeve. So guys, do not send any more texts. Please to send a voice note. I really appreciate you participating, and the fact that 3 persons participated
Yeah,
this morning
nice.
says a whole lot. Thank you so much. But we prefer that you send a voice note at 876-551-5782 with your pet peeve. And if this is something that annoys you too, you can give us your feedback.
I noticed that she stops short of saying that that's a pet peeve when you send it by text and not by voice note.
I'm trying to be nice.
Right now, we have our first interview segment, which is about to get started. Of course, Sexual Transmitted Disease Awareness Month is on, and it serves to raise awareness about STDs, how they may impact our lives, reducing STD-related stigma, and even discrimination. We have with us this morning Dr. Ovie Kupa, who is here to share with us and talk to us about STD awareness and prevention. Good morning and welcome, Dr. Kupa.
Blessings.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Thank you for joining us at this early hour. Here's my first question, Doc. Why is STD awareness important?
All right, thank you so much for the opportunity to be on air today. Why is it important? I think it's important in Jamaica at large because we know that a lot of people are involved in sexual activities. So it's good for us to let people know about it, be aware, and so they can prevent it, and so we can reduce the spread and the increase.
Can you tell us how, how can STD and even HIV affect our lives? Sort of break it down for us and our health, really.
Okay, I'm going to start from not really the less common one if I get to HIV. I believe, first of all, nobody likes to see something strange on their body. First of all, we have something like syphilis. It starts with like a sore. Nobody wants to have a sore on their body. Neither does someone want to have a problem with their spine later on in life because syphilis itself spreads. It can start as a simple sore and later spread to your spine. Or something like, let's say, people know gonorrhea and chlamydia. It can start as a simple discharge. Oh, doc, I have a discharge. But if you don't treat that discharge, you can lose the whole sexual reproductive system. And I know that Jamaican guys would like to lose it at all. I know guys in the whole would like to lose their reproductive system. So once you see any little thing like that, you try to meet your doctor. And when it comes to something like HIV, for now, we know that HIV doesn't have a cure, but we have medications that put it down to put the virus down to like a minimum where it's undetectable. So I, first of all, would say we should try to run away from STDs. That's my answer to your question.
Right. Now, Dr. Cooper, you mentioned a few symptoms for some of the diseases, the STDs, such as sores, discharges, and so on. Are there other signs that someone may have STDs? Is it as clear? Are some signs clearer than some? Can you just expound on, some of the things to look out for?
All right, thank you. So STD itself, it ranges for 20 or more diseases just put together. So I think everybody's system is different. For instance, some people have a cold and they have runny nose. Some people have a cold and they have fever. That's the same thing with STD. Someone can have HIV without even knowing. They'll feel like they're okay, they're strong. We call that asymptomatic phase. Someone may have syphilis and may not know, maybe because they had sex with somebody who had it, and they don't inspect the person's reproductive system. They may have it, but we call it like latent phase, so you may not know. So for symptoms, it's not really clear-cut. But things like gonorrhea, chlamydia, sometimes it comes with discharge. So you know that, oh, there's something wrong. Normally, I'm not supposed to be producing this discharge. It comes with different colors. It can be green. Somebody's own might be clear color. It can be cream. Some ladies may have white discharge. So it's not really clear cut. You may have fever, somebody may not have fever. So it's not clear cut. So my advice is once you see something strange happening, straight up, seek a doctor. I know that Jamaicans are fond of trying the ginger blending and trying to use the garlic and doing this. And it's good for you to do that, because I don't really want to overwhelm. But if you see it's done it the first day and it's working, please run to the nearest doctor.
I agree. Now, Doc, I'm curious. What is the most common STD in Jamaica?
All right. I'll say trachoma. We call it trach. After trach, we go to chlamydia. These are, how will I put it? For females, it's easier for them to know that they have a sexually transmitted disease because their body tells them so fast. A lady may have trach and she's having what we call a frothy discharge. A man may have trach and he may not know until he starts having this penile discharge. Same thing with gonorrhea and chlamydia. Most times when people have chlamydia, we just treat alongside for gonorrhea because they are friends. They go for a party in our body and they come with friends. They can't go alone, so they come with friends. So most times we doctors, we treat everything when they come.
Okay, Doc.
Let's look at how we can protect ourselves now, Doc. What would you like to share with us in that regard? How can we protect ourselves from getting a STD?
All right. The number one way of preventing STD is abstinence. How many people would want to stay away from sex?
Abstinence.
What? Doc,
Yeah,
what?
exactly the same way. What? Jamaicans are lovely people, and it may be funny, but the truth about it is, let's be real to ourselves. Even children in schools have sex. It may be sad, but it happens. So it's something that I'm happy that we're actually putting out there to make people aware. If you're having sex, if you must have sex, please use a condom. Don't try to do the withdrawal I'll try the withdrawal style when I'm about to permit me to say this word on air. When I'm about to ejaculate, I'm going to come out. It's no magic because the truth about it is a guy or the male they actually release what we call the semen first before the sperm. The semen itself, let's say the lady is having sex with a patient who has HIV, the semen itself can actually pass the virus. Yep. But you'd be like, he ejaculated outside, so I'm free. And most times people are just thinking about pregnancy. But there are more than that. So I'll say abstinence number one, use of condom, which is not really, really, really even 100% to prevent from all the STIs. And what if the condom bursts? We could also try treatments. For instance, you're a lady or a guy, you had sex with a random person, and you'll be like, maybe you were tipsy. You can also come to the hospital and they can give prescriptions for medications. We have what we call the PrEP to prevent HIV. Let's say you're not sure of who you had sex with, or you're a lady or a guy, you had sex with somebody and you feel like you were smelling something during the intercourse, but maybe you were enjoying it and you were not thinking about it that time. You can come discuss with us. We have something to prevent. There are medications to prevent. Just like for a lady who has sex and she feels like, she may be getting pregnant, we have medications that could prevent that. Because the truth about it is the earlier we treat, the better.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I think we have enough time for one final question, Doc, and that has to be, how often should someone get tested for STD?
All right. So how often? I would say it depends on the individual. How often does the person have sex? And with whom do you have sex with? Because the truth about it is, if you're a single lady with a single guy and both of you are faithful, and you guys tested before the first intercourse, I would say you can do a yearly screen You know, say, okay, every year, let's just trust ourselves. You're not cheating, I'm not cheating. Okay, let's test every year.
Yes.
But if you know
run the
you are
road.
promiscuous, hey, if you know you're the owner of the road or
Yes,
back
sir.
road, so
Yo.
you need to test regularly, regularly. And the truth about it is, a person who has sexually transmitted disease often is someone who is at risk for more complications in life. Because it's not just having this STD, it can lead to other complications. For instance, a male may say, oh, I'm having burning when I pee. Let me watch it and see. I'll leave it for about 2 months, watching and seeing because he's drinking his stuff. This infection can spread from his penis, go up to his kidney, and damage his kidney. That just simple burning when you pee can actually make you lose your kidney.
Oh.
Wow.
Exactly.
Don't delay.
Yeah, exactly. Once you see symptoms, go for check. Once you know that you are not the best or the faithful person, you check every 6 months. If you know you're even more promiscuous than that, every 3 months.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Doc, you broke it down very, very well for us this morning, and it was a very topical discussion, especially coming at this time during STD Awareness Month. I'm sure that my listeners learned a lot from our discourse, and I thank you so much for sharing time with us this morning. Have a great day, Doc.
Blessings, sir.
Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.
Yeah,
Much appreciated. That's a chat with Dr. Ovie Kupa, medical officer at MD Link Lab, and we focused on matters to do with STDs during this Sexual Transmitted Disease Awareness Month. You know, he really broke it down nicely for us.
Hey, I just love when big up Portmore low key there, so.
and you know, what I like is when you ask Doc a question, he goes, all right.
All right.
Yeah, that's right up my street. Dr. Cooper, have a great day. It's now 14 minutes after the hour of 7 o'clock. Morning, caller.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning and welcome to Up and Go. Welcome to the Secret Sound Game. How you doing?
I'm okay.
Okay, who is calling?
Hamilton.
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 All right, Hamilton. Good to hear from you, man. You heard the sound several times. What do you think it is?
Could I hear it once more, please?
Yeah, you can hear it again. Listen again. I'm thinking, and so is Hamilton. Hamilton, what are you thinking?
Could it be the sound of the wind blowing, or in wind?
Howling wind.
L-I-N-G, or
Yeah. Howling wind. Right?
Howling wind.
No, that's not what he's going to hear.
I'm trying my best to behave myself, but I'm gonna tell you something, Hamilton. You know, say wind howling in different places and it sound different, right? You never know that, no. You see which part me come from? You know how wind sound?
Sorry, Hamilton.
Good
Thanks
try,
for trying. All right. Hamilton didn't make it. Let's see if somebody else will. Good morning. Welcome to the Secret Sound Game. Hi, how are you doing?
Not too good today at all.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So
I'm late for work.
Oh.
Still
Wow.
driving.
Oh.
And I'm on the phone and I don't really like fancy doing that.
Ooh. Wow. Thanks for trying today.
Yeah.
What is your answer?
I'm thinking it's an AC vent inside of an office.
AC vent inside of an office.
Yeah.
Shellz is getting up and going to stand beside the AC.
The AC, that's all like you are servicing them, my friend, guys. So you sticky with that answer? Caller, you sticky with that answer?
Yes, I'm sticking to the answer.
Well, you know what's coming next, right?
Can I? Yes, I can. I have a feeling what's coming next.
Sorry.
Good try.
Sorry. Oh boy.
Telling you,
All right, so
Oh,
we're
wow.
begging for a clue. You think we might get one?
I
I'm
think so.
listening. All right, I'm gonna drop a clue.
What?
The begging worked, and it's just one word. The word that we can share with you as a clue is the word moon.
Moon.
Yeah, just that moon.
I feel like cuteness right now. That's not a clue. That's not a clue. You don't know where Georgia go without a clue, yeah?
Does that help any?
We'll see.
If it does, give us a call. We'll definitely be playing this game again tomorrow morning at the same time, 7:30. Now, we have a special segment right now. We're going to be talking about autism and focusing on the work of the Jamaica Autism Support Association, otherwise called JASA, which is a support group for parents of children diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder, ASD. Part of the conversation, too, will be representative of the Digicel Foundation. Digicel Foundation, having launched in 2004 in Jamaica, they aim to invest in sustainable development programs for the sole purpose of building stronger and more resilient communities. And so we have this morning joining us the CEO at Digicel Foundation. That's Charmaine Daniels. Good morning, Charmaine.
Good morning.
Ms. Daniels, are you hearing us? Good morning.
Yes, I'm hearing you. Good morning.
Good
Hi, good
morning,
morning,
and thank you for joining us here on the bridge. We also we're
Thanks
joined.
for having us.
Wonderful, Charmaine. Keisha Marr is a parent and a member of the Jamaica Autism Support Association. I think we have Keisha as well. Good morning, Keisha.
Morning, gentlemen. Morning.
All right.
morning,
Thank
Keisha.
you both very much for joining us. Autism Awareness Month, a very important month on the calendar. What does this month mean to you as a parent, Keisha Marr?
Thanks for the question, Richie. Autism Awareness Month it's 1 month. Our kids are on a spectrum, and we have to live with it throughout the year. So it's definitely not a 1 month thing.
Yes.
But what the month allows us to do is to raise awareness, to ensure that people know what autism is about. It really is a broad spectrum of disease that has characteristics and conditions, challenges that are associated with social skills, repetitive behaviors, and sometimes there's nonverbal communication involved. Back in the old days, persons would say, yeah, tough, you're pitting slow. And a lot of the times there are things that are driving that. And so what we try to do in this month in particular is to raise that awareness so that people know that there are causes for these things and that there are things that can be done to help the individuals through the process.
What are some of the ways in which you actually go about raising their awareness of this this challenge?
Well, the Jamaica Autism Association support group is really a parent group. And what we have is a group of parents who all have autistic kids, or you might have a grandparent or an aunt. And a part of the job of us is to ensure that the website is actually up to date. And we ensure that all the information is posted there. During the month of autism awareness, we have several workshops. Pre-COVID, we would have had events that involved therapy sessions for parents and children, persons who can't afford therapy on a whole, but they need to be able to do it themselves. So we try to upskill them with that process. We also try and keep it engaging and fun for the kids. So we would also have events that would have the kids and the parents coming out surfing for autism, for example. We have our Christmas treat. So the job of the JASA is really to ensure that, one, people know what autism is. Two, they know how to get it treated. Three, they know where to go. And for persons that need that additional support with training and parental training, then that is also provided through the association.
Great.
Nice. Charmaine, why does the Digicel Foundation continue to support special needs causes like Autism Awareness Month?
So special needs is very dear to the Digicel Foundation. It's really at the center of what we do. And this is because our patron, many years ago, he served as the chairperson for the Council of Patrons for Special Olympics. And that experience really impacted his life. And so when he came to the Caribbean, Jamaica in particular, he wanted to give back to this very special group of persons. And so it has been a mandate of ours at the foundation, handed down from our patron, Dennis O'Brien, to really look at the special needs community and meet their needs. And it really just ties back into helping to create a world where no one gets left behind. And so since 2004, we have been very deliberate in supporting groups like JASA. Um, and our special 5K that we used to do, the night run downtown, which was really around raising awareness for persons with disabilities. That was our marquee event. COVID took it away. We're hoping that this year we can be back, but that's where you'll see a lot of special needs groups coming together and coming out, and we do grants for them with the funds raised through that event. So we continue to support special needs, and we'll always support special needs.
That's nice. That's great. That's fantastic. I love them energy. I see my Charmaine. So I'm curious. How are the the Digicel staff involved in supporting these special needs events? What do you guys do exactly?
Well, at Digicel, we have one day that staff are allowed to take. It doesn't come out of your vacation or sick day to volunteer with the foundation in any of the events we do. And so some of the things we do, it's varied, right? So if it's Special Olympics, national games, we might be handing out water, and our staff get involved in doing all our volunteer activities once we're allowed to gather. So COVID would have kind of had us away for the last 2 years.
Yeah,
we
man.
couldn't really gather to volunteer. So right now the staff is rearing to go. We have Labor Day coming up, which will be one that they're looking forward to. And then JASA has an Art for Autism coming up later this month that we'll also have some of our staff volunteering at. But part of what our mission at the foundation is to really inculcate in our staff a spirit of giving back, a spirit of helping. I mean, growing up in Jamaica, this is what we were. I grew up in the country, so it was really a village raising everybody, and that was really how we grew up, giving back, helping. And so that's one of the things that we really try to do with our volunteer base. We have amazing staff who turn up all the time to volunteer. Sometimes it's painting, sometimes it's a little heavier work than that, but they're always ready and willing to come out to serve with us.
They never tire in terms of giving back and supporting, especially organizations and so on like these. And we have to commend
Definitely.
the Digicel Foundation. They've been doing this kind of work for a long time. I want to bring back Keisha Marr into the conversation. And Keisha, I want to ask you, what is the experience like raising a child who is autistic?
That's a good one. It varies depending on where the child sits on the spectrum. I can speak on my behalf and what I've experienced, but it by no means represent what other parents will go through, depending on how severe the child is. But I think the first thing I can say is, which is consistent for most parents, it's the shock of the diagnosis, the depression that can come with it, the questions that come with it. What did I do wrong? What could I have done better? That's usually the first part. And then once you get past that, and then you kind of start reaching out, and we have a lot of therapists here, not as much as we need, but we do have good ones and good pediatricians here who will then start funneling the parent into the support groups like Jamaica Autism Support Association. And you start listening to other parents who've either been through it with a 19-year-old or a 20-year-old, or who are going through it with a 7 or 8-year-old. You kind of see, okay, it's not the end of the world. It's very challenging, it's difficult, but there's a way. And then everything after that, it's day to day. It's dealing with the tantrums that come with the child. It's dealing with their moods. It's knowing that everything is not about you. I always say God has a sense of humor when he gave me my son. Really sorted me out. But you learn to live with it because you have to. And it is challenging for every single parent, but that challenge might be financial. It's definitely emotional, either way you take it. And so the support that we get from the foundation and other entities helps us financially to be able to give back to those parents who might not necessarily be able to always go out and find the private therapy that they need. But we can facilitate sessions that will teach them how to help their kids. And as a parent with an autistic child, as I said, it's challenging financially, spiritually, mentally, but it is not impossible in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Any activities throughout the month that you'd like to highlight in this segment?
Definitely. As Charmaine mentioned, we have our Art for Autism coming up. And that is going to be facilitated with Edna Manley. They've been very supportive over the years. So we have our kids going out and just making a mess, and they're just great with us for that. We also have a dental clinic, which should be in another week or two, where again, the Dental Association supports JASA and have our kids come out. Dentists for us can be very challenging, and what the Dental Association allows us to do is have very patient, skilled persons working with our kids who might take an hour or 2 hours to have their teeth cleaned, but they're just willing to give us that day, that time to facilitate it because it's something we do. And then earlier this month, we also had a workshop, which is a PECS workshop, as we call it, which is a picture system that we also use to help our kids to communicate, those who are nonverbal and can only point things out. So those are the 3 activities that we're pushing for this month. And as Charmaine said, God's willing, come next year, we'll be able to go back out in full swing and have our face-to-face interactions.
For persons who like to learn more about the activities and the work of JASA, how can they reach you?
Sure. So the email address is JASA, JASA .jm2k9@gmail.com. There is also the website, which is www.autismjamaica.org. We also have our Digicel line, which is 876-354-4894. And we have corresponding flow, which is 876-776-6827.
All right.
So either one of those channels can be used.
Right. Thank you, Keisha.
And Charmaine, my question, for you is, I can imagine that this mandate will be continued, with the Digicel Foundation, especially through the special needs portfolio. But I'm curious, for persons out there who would like to, reach out, to help other causes, for special needs, how can they do so?
Well, if you go to our web pages or if you follow us on Twitter, Instagram, any social media, and our webpage is digiceljamaicafoundation.org, you will find our grant applications there. You can apply for, we have 2 grant types, a Mecca Muckle or a Build Jamaica grant, and you can apply for one of our grants and you will definitely hear from us. Or you can email me, charmaine.daniels@digicelgroup.com, and we will look at the applications and we will reach out to you to let you know how we can support if it is something that we can support you with.
All right, thank you.
All right. We thank Charmaine Daniels, CEO of the Digicel Foundation, and Keisha Marr, a parent and also a member of the Jamaica Autism Support Association, for coming on the program and sharing with us this morning. Wish you both a wonderful day and all the best. Take care of is it your son, Keisha?
Yes, it is.
Yes, take care of him as well, too. Take care. All the best to you both.
All right, thank you, guys.
All right, bye-bye.
Thanks for having us.
Wonderful having you.